Since the beginning of time, the divine light has been placed as a seed within each chosen one. This radiance is not something to be earned, nor is it the result of human efforts or earthly merits. It is a gift, an untouchable and immutable present sealed by God even before the creation of the universe. This light bears the Creator's signature, a spiritual mark that defines the chosen ones as carriers of something far greater than themselves. The origin of this radiance traces back to the moment when God breathed life into humanity. At that instant, a spark of celestial fire was planted in the souls of those He set apart to fulfill specific missions. It is not a glow that can be manufactured or faked. It is a living energy that transcends human logic and connects directly to the source of all existence. Just as the stars in the sky carry the light of ages past, the radiance within the chosen reflects the eternal glory of God. This inner fire can lie dormant for years, even decades, but it never extinguishes. It patiently awaits the moment when it will be activated, often during times of great transformation or spiritual revelation. When this radiance finally awakens, it completely transforms the bearer, reflecting their true divine nature and turning them into a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in shadows. Since the dawn of creation, the battle between light and darkness has been waged in both visible and invisible realms. The chosen have always been at the center of this conflict, as the divine light they carry directly challenges the dominion of dark forces. These forces are not merely symbolic, they represent ancient entities dedicated to keeping the world trapped in cycles of fear, ignorance, and oppression. Scriptures tell stories of ordinary people who, upon awakening their radiance, were thrust into battles that transcended their human capabilities. Think of Moses, who confronted the power of Egypt, or David, who defeated giants. Each of them, even amid doubts and weaknesses, became a living example of how divine light can overcome darkness. These stories show us that the struggle is not only external, but also internal. The chosen constantly face their own shadows, fears, and limitations as they bear the sacred fire. Throughout the ages, darkness has always sought to hinder the advancement of light, but never through brute force. It operates subtly, manipulating desires, sowing doubts, and amplifying human weaknesses. The chosen are often the target of indirect attacks, broken relationships, unexplainable obstacles, and even a sense of isolation. However, every challenge is an opportunity to intensify the radiance, like a fire that grows stronger when tested by the wind. The light that shines within the chosen is not merely an abstract force, but a direct expression of the Creator's presence in their lives. It is a spiritual bond that transcends time, space, and even human understanding. This connection cannot be broken, for it is sustained by the very essence of God, which is beyond any earthly limitation. This profound bond can be felt in various ways. Many chosen ones report moments of inexplicable inspiration, revealing dreams or an inner peace that defies external circumstances. It is as if the Creator speaks directly to their hearts, reminding them that they are never alone. This connection is also strengthened through prayer, meditation, and the study of scriptures, which act as bridges between the physical and the divine. Moreover, this connection serves as a spiritual compass, guiding the chosen in moments of doubt or difficulty. When everything around them seems chaotic, this connection is the foundation that keeps them steady. It drives them to persevere, even when faced with opposition, envy, or isolation. The divine presence in their lives is not only a source of strength, but also of purpose, reminding them that their light does not belong to them, but to the Creator who kindled it. The challenges faced by the chosen in modern times may seem different from the battles described in the Scriptures, but the essence of the struggle remains the same: light against shadows. In today's world, distractions and external pressures are some of the most powerful weapons used by darkness to divert the chosen from their mission. Social media, superficial competitions, and the relentless pursuit of external validation are just a few examples of how darkness seeks to weaken the inner radiance. The secret to overcoming these challenges is to turn back to the source of light. The Creator never abandons the chosen, and the connection with Him must be nurtured daily. In moments of doubt, prayer and meditation can bring clarity, while the study of sacred texts strengthens faith. It is also essential to practice spiritual silence in such a noisy world, allowing the divine voice to be heard amidst the chaos. Furthermore, the resilience of the chosen is amplified when they recognize that challenges are tools to refine their light. Every obstacle overcome, every doubt conquered, is a victory that strengthens the divine radiance. Facing modern challenges is not merely about resisting, but about growing. The light within the chosen is meant to shine even in the darkest situations, serving as a beacon for those also seeking truth amid the shadows of the contemporary world. The divine light burning within the chosen is not a static force, it is dynamic and transformative. Its purpose goes beyond illuminating the bearer's path. It also acts as an agent of change for the world around them. This light has the power to expose lies, reveal hidden truths, and dissolve spiritual chains that keep people trapped in cycles of fear and ignorance. When the chosen allow this light to shine, it operates as a spiritual key, unlocking doors to new possibilities. Consider situations where the courage of an illuminated individual inspires others to abandon destructive behaviors or confront their own fears. This ripple effect is the manifestation of the transformative power of divine light. It not only liberates but also awakens those nearby, bringing hope where there was once only darkness. Additionally, the divine light acts as a mirror for the soul. By illuminating internal truths, it allows the chosen to recognize and overcome their own limitations. This is a continuous process of growth and purification, where every step toward truth strengthens the connection with the Creator. This transformation is not just personal, it reverberates on a larger scale, freeing entire communities from the invisible bonds of shadows. The radiance of the chosen is, therefore, a constant reminder that true freedom is rooted in divine light. In the spiritual battlefield, faith and prayer are the most powerful weapons a chosen one can wield. Faith acts as a shield, protecting against doubts and unseen attacks meant to weaken the divine light. Prayer, on the other hand, is a direct connection to the Creator, a moment when the chosen can seek strength, wisdom, and guidance to resist the forces of darkness. Faith is not merely a belief, but an unshakable conviction that the divine radiance burns within you and is sustained by a source far greater than any earthly power. When the chosen face moments of doubt or attacks from external forces, it is this faith that keeps them steadfast. It is important to remember that every difficulty faced is also an opportunity to strengthen this bond, for faith grows in moments when everything seems uncertain. Prayer, in turn, is like an ongoing dialogue with God. It is not just a request for help, but also a form of gratitude and communion. Through prayer, the chosen receive spiritual renewal and a clarity that allows them to see beyond immediate circumstances. When practiced regularly, prayer strengthens the inner fire, making it more resilient to the winds of doubt and the whispers of darkness. Together, faith and prayer are not only armor, but the key to keeping the divine flame alive and vibrant. The guardians of shadows are ancient entities, spiritual forces that move silently between the boundaries of the visible and the invisible. They do not act explicitly or overtly, for their greatest power lies in subtlety. These forces prefer to operate in the background, manipulating human weaknesses, feeding fears, and planting doubts in the hearts of those who carry divine light. These entities are well acquainted with human nature and use it to their advantage. A chosen one may sense their presence in moments of extreme anxiety, exhaustion, or loneliness when thoughts of giving up begin to arise. Often, the guardians of shadows act through other people, inciting envy, hostility, or manipulation. Those around the chosen, unknowingly, become instruments of these forces, directly attacking the light they do not understand. The goal of these guardians is clear: to extinguish or weaken the divine flame before it grows to illuminate parts of the world they wish to keep in darkness. They fear the transformative power of this light because they know that as it intensifies, the lies sustaining their strongholds begin to crumble. However, what these guardians fail to understand is that divine light is not a human force that can be controlled or extinguished. It belongs to the Creator, and its radiance is sustained by an eternal source, far beyond the reach of shadows. Each chosen one carries within them a divine purpose that transcends their personal existence. This mission is not something determined by human logic. It is an integral part of God's plan to bring light to the world. The radiance that the chosen carry is not just a symbol of their connection to the Creator, but also a powerful tool to transform realities, shape destinies, and break spiritual chains that keep humanity trapped in cycles of darkness. This purpose is unique to each individual, but it has a common goal: to reveal God's glory through their life. At its core, the mission of the chosen is to be a living reflection of the divine presence in the world, bringing hope and renewal to those who are lost or disoriented. This can be accomplished in great or small ways, whether through words of encouragement, acts of kindness, or confronting spiritual battles that others cannot see. The divine purpose is both an honor and a burden. It requires courage, faith, and resilience, as the chosen often face opposition and misunderstanding. Yet it is also a source of strength and joy, for each step taken toward fulfilling this mission is accompanied by the certainty that they are aligned with the Creator's will. The impact of a chosen one extends far beyond their individual life. It echoes through future generations, helping to build a legacy of light that challenges darkness and brings God's kingdom closer to humanity. The envy faced by the chosen is not merely a common human emotion, but a physical reflection of the spiritual battle happening behind the scenes. When the divine light begins to shine intensely within someone, it exposes the shadows and challenges what many have tried to hide. This exposure creates discomfort, and often a natural resistance to the transformation this light represents. Those around the chosen even unconsciously sense that they carry something different, something they lack or fear confronting. This contrast between light and shadow awakens feelings of inadequacy and resentment, which often manifest as envy. However, this emotion is frequently amplified by the forces of darkness, which exploit this human weakness to attack the chosen's radiance. What many fail to realize is that by attacking a chosen one, they are, in fact, fighting against something much greater than the individual. They are challenging God's very plan. Envy, therefore, is more than an emotional reaction. It is a tool used by the shadows to distract, weaken, and discourage those who carry the divine light. Recognizing this reality is essential for the chosen not to yield to the temptation of dimming their flame or becoming resentful toward those who envy them. The answer to envy is not retaliation, but steadfastness. The chosen must remember that their light is not an earthly achievement, but a divine gift, and that every attack faced is a confirmation that they are fulfilling their mission. Rather than being shaken, they should use envy as a sign that they are on the right path, continuing to shine even brighter. The chosen do not walk alone. From the moment the divine light is ignited within them, the Creator places a special protection over their lives. This protection does not mean they will be free from challenges or attacks, but assures that, regardless of the circumstances, the divine flame within them will never be extinguished by human or spiritual forces. Divine protection is like an invisible fortress. Even in the midst of the greatest storms, the chosen can feel God's presence, guiding their steps and strengthening their faith. This protection manifests not only physically, but also spiritually. Many attacks from the shadows never reach the chosen because they are blocked before materializing, thanks to this divine barrier. This protection is also a source of courage. Knowing that the Creator is present in every step of the journey gives the chosen the strength needed to face even the most difficult situations. Moreover, it serves as a reminder that every battle faced is part of a greater plan. No matter how fierce the attack or how isolated the chosen may feel, God remains faithful, sustaining their light and ensuring it continues to shine. This trust in divine protection is what enables the chosen to move forward even when the path seems impossible. It is a strength that transcends human understanding, a constant reminder that as long as they are aligned with God's plan, no opposing force can prevail. The light of the chosen is not merely a gift. It is a sacred responsibility. They are appointed to be beacons in a world often immersed in darkness. Their presence is not passive but active. Each chosen one is called to illuminate the darkest corners of existence, bringing clarity, hope, and transformation. To shine in the midst of darkness means to face inevitable resistance. Not everyone is ready to receive the light. For some, the chosen's radiance is a relief, a direction amid confusion. For others, it is a threat that exposes uncomfortable truths, provoking hostility or disdain. This duality is part of the mission, to draw those seeking redemption and challenge those who prefer to hide in the shadows. This mission requires courage, for being light in a world of darkness is often lonely. The chosen may be misunderstood or rejected, but they cannot forget that their purpose transcends the immediate reactions of those around them. Each time they shine, they plant seeds of change, even if the fruits of that transformation are not immediately visible. Fulfilling this mission also requires humility. The chosen must remember that their light is not a reflection of their own glory, but of God's glory. They are merely carriers, channels through which the Creator works in the world. This awareness helps them remain focused on their true task, illuminating paths, revealing truths, and offering a glimpse of the divine presence in every situation, no matter how challenging it may be. The divine light carried by the chosen not only illuminates the world around them, but also acts as a powerful mirror reflecting truth. This light has the power to uncover what is hidden, both in others' lives and in the life of the bearer. It strips away the illusions created by the shadows and exposes what truly exists, unfiltered and undisguised. For those around the chosen, this reflection can be unsettling. The light they radiate confronts the lies many have told themselves to feel secure. It brings fears, flaws, and wounds to the surface, and not everyone is ready to face this truth. This explains why some respond with envy, anger, or even attempts to extinguish the chosen's radiance. However, this revelation is not an act of judgment, but a call to transformation. The light does not expose to condemn, but to offer an opportunity for growth and liberation. It is like a lighthouse guiding those lost in the fog, showing the way to a more authentic existence aligned with God's will. For the chosen, the reflection of light is also a tool for self-discovery. It reveals their own areas of weakness and invites a continuous process of purification and strengthening. By allowing their light to shine unreservedly, the chosen not only fulfill their mission to reflect truth, but also undergo their own spiritual transformation, drawing ever closer to the Creator. The chosen are not merely bearers of divine light, but also instruments in God's hands to carry out His plan in the world. They are appointed to act as channels through which the divine will manifests, bringing spiritual transformation, healing, and revelation to those they encounter. This responsibility transcends any personal ambition, as it is rooted in something far greater than the chosen themselves. To be an instrument of God means to always be willing to act, even in the face of challenging circumstances. The chosen are often placed in situations that test their faith, courage, and resilience, but it is in these moments that their light shines most brightly. Each challenge overcome is an opportunity to demonstrate to the world the living presence of God and to strengthen the spiritual connection that sustains the chosen. The actions of the chosen can manifest in many ways, from a simple act of kindness that brightens someone's day to the courage to confront injustices or resist the forces of darkness. In each of these actions, they are reminded that they are not alone. Their strength comes from the Creator, who guides every step and prepares the way for them to fulfill their mission. This position as a divine instrument also requires humility. The chosen must not seek personal glory, but instead reflect God's glory. It is a call to serve, to place the greater good above personal interest, trusting that every action, no matter how small it may seem, is part of a greater plan. By living this way, the chosen not only radiate light but also inspire others to draw closer to the Creator, becoming themselves instruments of transformation. The light carried by the chosen is not meant solely for the present. It echoes into the future, impacting lives far beyond those they can see or imagine. Every step taken toward the divine purpose, every obstacle overcome, and every act of faith leaves a spiritual legacy that shapes future generations. Just as the light of a lighthouse guides travelers on stormy nights, the radiance of the chosen paves the way for those who will come after them. When a chosen one confronts darkness and refuses to let their light be extinguished, they set a precedent for others to follow. Their example inspires courage and determination in those who observe, demonstrating that it is possible to overcome spiritual challenges and maintain faith even in the face of intense adversity. These seemingly small acts become seeds of change, planted in the hearts of those who cross the chosen's path. The impact of the chosen also manifests in collective transformations. By remaining steadfast in their mission, they break cycles of darkness that have long imprisoned communities or families. They bring new perspectives, freeing others to embrace their own divine radiance. In many cultures and traditions, stories of spiritual leaders or inspiring figures reflect this reality. Individuals whose light transformed the destiny of entire peoples. Thus, the radiance of the chosen is not just about the here and now. It transcends time, touching lives they will never personally know. This continuity is proof that God's plan is eternal and that each chosen one is part of an unbreakable chain of light, connecting the past, present, and future in a sacred mission of redemption and renewal. Carrying the divine light inevitably attracts resistance. The chosen find themselves in constant confrontation with forces that seek to extinguish them, as their radiance exposes truths that many prefer to keep hidden. This resistance can manifest in various ways: envy, hostility, spiritual attacks, and even unexpected internal doubts. Shadows do not act solely externally. They also whisper within the chosen, attempting to sow fear and weariness. Thoughts like, "Am I on the right path?" or "Why does everything seem so difficult?" are tools used by darkness to weaken the determination of those who carry the light. However, it is precisely in these moments that the chosen must remember they are not alone. The strength that sustains them comes from God, and His light is impenetrable by the forces of darkness. Confronting resistance is also an opportunity for growth. Each attack faced and overcome strengthens the chosen's radiance, making them more resilient and confident in their mission. Just as fire is purified through heat, the chosen emerge stronger from each battle, with an even brighter light. Facing resistance requires constant vigilance and an unshakable connection with the Creator. Prayer, faith, and communion with other bearers of light are essential for overcoming challenges. Additionally, it is crucial to understand that opposition is not a sign of weakness, but a confirmation that the chosen is on the right path. The greater the radiance, the stronger the attempt by darkness to extinguish it. But as Scripture says, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Carrying the divine light is a profoundly transformative process that begins within the chosen and manifests in their outward life. This process does not happen instantly. It is a journey of self-discovery, purification, and spiritual growth that challenges the chosen to confront both their strengths and weaknesses. The light acts as an internal mirror, reflecting areas that need healing and parts of the self that must be strengthened. The chosen are constantly invited to let go of old patterns, overcome fears, and release anything that hinders their full connection with the Creator. Though challenging, this process brings an unparalleled sense of purpose and fulfillment. This inner transformation not only impacts the chosen one, but also shapes how they interact with the world. They become more mindful of their words, actions, and the influence they have on others. Their presence, once ordinary, now carries a spiritual depth that inspires, challenges, and comforts those around them. Every step in this process serves as a reminder that the light they carry is not merely a gift, but also a call to continuous change and renewal. As the chosen one embraces this transformation, their light becomes clearer and more intense. They realize that growth is not a final destination, but a constant journey of alignment with divine will. This alignment brings peace, strength, and the assurance that their life is in harmony with God's greater plan. The light carried by the chosen is not just a symbol of divine connection. It is a powerful spiritual weapon that acts directly against the forces of darkness. Unlike physical weapons that rely on strength or skill, spiritual light works in the unseen, dismantling lies, destabilizing fear, and breaking chains that imprison souls. When the light of a chosen one shines brightly, it disturbs the darkness, exposing its nature and weakening its hold. This light does not require dramatic words or actions. Its mere presence is enough to make an impact. Shadows operate in silence and concealment, but the light forces them to reveal their secrets, making it impossible for them to continue as before. The spiritual weapon of light not only protects the chosen one, but also brings liberation to those around them. Often, without realizing it, the chosen help others break free from spiritual burdens simply by being present in their lives. Their words carry greater weight, their actions leave a deeper impact, and their energy breaks invisible barriers. However, like any powerful weapon, the light must be wielded responsibly. The chosen must be careful not to use it as a tool of pride or judgment. It was not given to divide, but to unite, not to condemn, but to bring hope and renewal. When used with faith and humility, the light becomes an unstoppable force that not only protects, but also transforms, guiding the world toward God's purpose. The chosen are not merely bearers of divine light. They also carry the responsibility of guiding others on their spiritual journeys. Like lighthouses in the darkness, their mission is not only to illuminate their own path, but also to help those who are lost, confused, or trapped in cycles of darkness. This task, though challenging, is one of the most important roles within the divine plan. Being a spiritual guide does not mean having all the answers or being free from struggles. On the contrary, the chosen are often called to lead precisely because they have faced and overcome battles that others are only beginning to understand. Their experiences serve as living examples that it is possible to overcome darkness and find strength in the Creator, even in the most difficult moments. The chosen lead not only through words, but also through actions. Their light is a constant reminder of God's presence, inspiring others to seek their own divine connection. Some may be drawn to the peace they radiate, while others are challenged to confront their own shadows. In both cases, the role of the chosen is to remain steadfast, offering support, guidance, and compassion. This mission as a spiritual guide requires patience, humility, and unwavering faith. Not everyone will immediately understand or accept their light, but that does not diminish the importance of their presence. Each life touched, each heart awakened is a victory that strengthens the chosen's purpose and reaffirms their place in God's plan. The light carried by the chosen is deeply connected to divine truth. It not only reflects the glory of the Creator, but also serves as a living manifestation of His promises and teachings. Light, in its essence, is truth revealed, challenging the illusions created by shadows and revealing reality from God's perspective. This relationship between light and truth is what makes the chosen so essential in the divine plan. Wherever they shine, their light exposes lies and reveals what was hidden, bringing clarity to confusing situations and hope to those in despair. The truth they carry is not relative or constructed, but eternal and unchanging, rooted in the Creator Himself. This truth is not always welcomed. Many prefer to live in the comfortable shadows of their illusions rather than face the reality that the light reveals. However, the mission of the chosen is not to force acceptance of the truth, but to allow it to shine, trusting that in due time it will transform those who are ready to receive it. Even in the face of rejection, the chosen remain steadfast, confident that their light is fulfilling a greater purpose. Ultimately, divine light and truth are inseparable. Each time the chosen allow their light to shine, they are proclaiming the Creator's truth to the world. This connection not only strengthens their own faith, but also awakens others to the reality of divine love, justice, and glory, creating a lasting impact that echoes beyond what is visible. Facing resistance is a common experience for the chosen, but what often seems like an insurmountable obstacle is, in fact, a confirmation that they are on the right path. The divine light they carry does not go unnoticed, and the forces of darkness always react when their dominion is threatened. Each attack, whether external or internal, is evidence that the chosen's radiance is fulfilling its mission to disrupt the darkness. Resistance is not merely something to be endured, it is a tool for strengthening. Just as a muscle grows when challenged, the faith and determination of the chosen become firmer with each battle won. Every moment of doubt overcome, every obstacle surpassed, is an opportunity to align more closely with the divine purpose and to let their light shine even brighter. This resistance also serves as a reminder that the chosen do not fight alone. The Creator, who called them to this mission, is present at every step of the journey. His protection is constant, and His strength is sufficient to sustain the chosen even in the most difficult situations. This divine partnership transforms resistance into a catalyst for spiritual growth, fortifying the radiance of the divine light. Therefore, instead of fearing or becoming discouraged by opposition, the chosen are called to see it as a sign that they are aligned with God's plan. Resistance ultimately is not a barrier but an invitation to trust even more in the Creator and to continue shining, regardless of the circumstances. The journey of the chosen is sustained by three fundamental pillars: faith, resilience, and purpose. These elements are interconnected, forming a solid foundation that allows the chosen to face challenges, resist darkness, and fulfill the divine mission. Without one of these pillars, the spiritual path becomes more vulnerable to doubt and fatigue. Faith is the starting point. It is the certainty that the light the chosen carry is not only real but also invincible, as it comes directly from God. Faith keeps the chosen standing when everything around them seems to collapse. It acts as an anchor in stormy times, reminding them that the mission given by the Creator is greater than any opposition. Resilience is the fruit of faith in action. Every challenge faced and overcome strengthens the determination of the chosen, creating a spiritual endurance that darkness cannot break. Resilience is not just the ability to withstand, but to grow through difficulties. It transforms every obstacle into an opportunity to reaffirm the divine purpose and intensify the radiance of the light. Finally, purpose gives meaning to the journey. Knowing there is a greater reason for the battle, a divine plan that transcends the present moment, motivates the chosen to keep going. Purpose is not merely an imposed mission, but a calling that resonates deeply within the soul, aligning every step with the Creator's will. Together, faith, resilience, and purpose create a secure path for the chosen to continue shining, even when the way is difficult. Even those chosen by God face moments of doubt and fear. These emotions, though natural, are often used by shadows as tools to weaken determination and divert the chosen from their purpose. Overcoming these internal barriers is an essential part of the spiritual journey, and it is through this process that the divine radiance becomes even more intense. Doubts often arise during times of greatest vulnerability. The chosen may ask themselves, "Why me?" or "Am I capable of fulfilling this mission?" These questions, while difficult, are opportunities to deepen faith and remember that the strength to move forward does not come from within, but from the Creator. He chose each bearer of His light according to a perfect plan, knowing that despite human weaknesses, His glory would be revealed. Fear, on the other hand, is the shadow that seeks to obscure the vision of the divine purpose. It creates scenarios of defeat, isolation, and inadequacy, often disguising itself as prudence or self-preservation. However, fear can only thrive where the light of faith is not fully applied. When the chosen confront their fears with divine truth, these shadows lose their power, revealing themselves as mere illusions designed to distract. Overcoming these inner battles is not an instantaneous process, but a continual journey of surrender to the Creator. Through prayer, meditation, and connection with others who also carry the light, the chosen find the tools to dispel doubts and fears. Each time they rise after a moment of hesitation, their radiance strengthens, proving that with God, no shadow can prevail. The light carried by the chosen is not confined to the time they spend in this world. It is an eternal legacy, a flame that continues to shine long after they complete their earthly mission. This legacy is not only an inspiration to others, but also an indelible mark in the divine plan, contributing to the ongoing transformation of the world. Every action of the chosen, every battle won, and every truth revealed becomes part of a spiritual chain that connects the past, present, and future. Just as they were inspired by those who came before great figures who illuminated their generations, the chosen also paved the way for others to follow. Their light, even after their passing, continues to influence, guiding souls seeking truth and helping to break cycles of darkness. This eternal legacy is sustained by the source of their light, the Creator. He ensures that the impact of the chosen goes beyond human limitations, reaching dimensions they cannot even comprehend. Through their actions, words, and even their mere presence, they leave a trail of light that continues to challenge darkness and bring hope to future generations. Thus, the light of the chosen is not just a gift or a temporary mission, it is a connection to eternity. It is living proof that the divine presence transcends time, and that each bearer of light has a unique and irreplaceable role in God's plan. By accepting their mission, the chosen become part of something infinitely greater, a legacy that echoes forever in the spiritual history of humanity.